Hello there everybody, it's me Alexa, and today I'm going to be reacting to the Bheeshma theatrical trailer. This is an upcoming Telugu film written and directed by Venky Kudumula, and it stars Nithiin and Rashmika Mandanna. Rashmika I just saw in the recent film Saraleru Nikevaru, starring Mahesh Babu, of course. So I thought she did a really good job in that movie. I think the acting was one of the strong points of it, and so I'm excited to see how she does in this trailer. Let's find out.
దుర్యోధన్, దుశ్శాసన్, ధర్మరాజ్, యమధర్మరాజ్, శని, శకుని ఇలా పురాణాల్లో ఎన్ని పేర్లుండగా పోయిపోయి ఆజన్మ బ్రహ్మచారి భీష్మ పేరు పెట్టారు నాకు. దానివల్లనేమో మొక్కలు కూడా పడట్లేదు.
I like this music a lot. There she is. She's so pretty.
మన కొత్త బాస్కి ఏమైనా లేడీస్ అంటే లైట్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ కాదు, కసి కొరికేస్తాడు.
గాడ్, నా పొలంలో కూడా మొలకలు వచ్చేలా ఉన్నాయి.
ఎరువులు పురుగు మందుల పేరుతో విషప్రయోగం జరుగుతోంది. ఆపేద్దాం, సేంద్రియ వ్యవసాయానికి మారిపోతుంది.
Nice.
This kit has different chemicals. 60 రోజుల్లో రావాల్సిన పంట కేవలం 40 రోజుల్లోనే వస్తుంది. Less time, more yield.
నువ్వు ఎన్ని నెలల్లో పుట్టావు? 6 నెలల్లో పుడితే నిన్నేమంటారో తెలుసా? నెల తక్కువ వెధవా అంటారు.
That was good.
నన్ను నీ నుండి ఎలా కాపాడుకున్నానో ఈ కంపెనీని కూడా అలాగే కాపాడుతా.
Okay.
బలవంతుడితో పోరాడి గెలవచ్చు, అదృష్టవంతుడితో గెలవలేం.
చెవులు మూసుకున్నావేంటి? వాడు కొట్టినా చూడొచ్చు సార్. కొటేషన్ చెప్తుంటే మాత్రం వెళ్ళాం.
కొటేషన్లా
అదిగో స్టార్ట్ చేస్తాడు.
You touch me, I poke you. You poke me, I scratch you.
ప్రశాంతంగా ఉంది కదా.
Okay. So it's called Bheeshma, and then Single Forever is what it says below it. That's sad. I need to rewatch one thing. So these punches, I don't know why they chose this angle. Because he swings at him and he falls, but his fist is like a foot away from the guy. The guy jumps into his hand. And so they're doing it all right. That's how you're supposed to do these sort of punches and such. But they chose the angle that was directly sideways on, which again, it creates a cool look of him traveling forward, but it allows us to see the fact, oh, let me take those off. I wasn't even listening to it. But it allows us to see the fact that he's missing. And so it kind of takes away from that realism of it. And then same with this next punch, you can totally see he's nowhere near this guy's face. So he has a small kick there. It's slightly, he doesn't really have much effect. And then his foot actually hits his face there, so it looks much more believable. But, so they do a good job with that one. But in that first fight scene, it was just so, like, the second he threw the punch, I was like, that's not real at all. I didn't really comment on it much, because I was hoping that there would be some better afterwards, and there was. So, I don't know why would you put that in your trailer, especially? So I can see maybe that's the best shot you had, so you're putting it in your film. But the trailer is supposed to be all of your best footage, and you're putting in something where you can very clearly see his punch is a foot away from where it's supposed to be. So that kind of confuses me a little. The overall tone, alright, I'll stop complaining about it, but the overall tone of it I really enjoyed. I really loved that final moment. It was very comedic and well-timed, and like it was just well done with them and their ears and cutting to the push monologue. So I know it is supposed to be, it's probably going to be one of those kind of cheesier, more Moss films, maybe a little along the lines of Saraleru Nikevaru, not the same story at all, of course, but the same sort of tone to it, where has like a serious undertone message, but then it also is pretty light and has some really fun moments in it. And yeah, so I mean, it's an overall very fun tone to it, but I do like the message as well about the organic farming, because that's a big thing that is affecting our earth right now, is all the chemicals and people who are consuming it afterwards. I also really like that they have the organic versus like the poison farming, especially the company. It's like, oh, it'll be 40 days now instead of 60. I'm assuming that they're one of the poison companies because of the where it's placed, and I think that that's a good thing, because then you have to kind of fight between doing what's right, of like doing the more organic and better for everyone involved, or doing what'll give you more money. And sometimes that can be a tougher choice, especially for a business, because they have to succeed as a business. That's what their goal is. So it definitely creates a fun dilemma, and I'm sure that or a difficult dilemma, and I'm sure that that'll play a lot into the story of the film and be interesting to watch as that develops and move forward, like, as that develops. They do have some really nice framing throughout, like some wider shots, and then also the close-ups. They have like a few nice zooms though, and some good movement throughout. Like, I do like the idea for the shot where he's moving sideways and the punches that I was talking about before. However, I just don't think it was executed properly because of the fact that we can see those punches so well. There should have been something either done with blocking or camera angle to make it so that that mistake was not so noticeable. But I do like the idea of the shot, and I think that it, like that traveling sideways and kind of following him as he goes through people, is a nice feel to it, but I think that it was executed poorly. I also found it interesting near the beginning where they're talking about where he's kind of flirting with Rashmika. One of the guys says, like, he seems really interested in a lot of the girls. He has like lady weakness, I think they called it, and then the other guy replies saying he lusts after them. So I think that was interesting because that kind of makes me wonder about the character himself, because one of the taglines is single forever. So maybe he constantly kind of like tries too hard with women because of the fact that he's single, and therefore that's what creates his lack of luck with women, because of the fact that he just goes in a bit too, not aggressively, but like a bit too intense at the beginning of it, and therefore he messed up, because they said he lusts after them, and then it says he loses control. That has me slightly concerned. I'm not sure what they mean by that. I don't know. I also don't know if that was translated perfectly. It seems though from the trailer that he just is very like loving towards her, and he's like kind of just maybe a bit too flirty, so that could be a bit off-putting to some people, and that maybe is what they're referring to. He's just far too flirty and too much about it. So I guess we'll find out though, is more maybe from the movie itself. But yeah, I think that this will be a really fun entertainment film. I think that it seems to be done overarching well. There'll be some fun action sequences, probably some really cute songs from it. Who is doing music for this? Let's take a look-see. Music's by Mahati Swarasagar. I don't fully recognize that name yet, but we'll see what happens with the music. I'm interested to see. I feel like it'll probably be pretty good. Normally these kind of movies have fairly good music overall, or at least one or two good songs from it that are fun. The shots are well done, color grading, very realistic, natural lighting, it appears, and yeah, overall, my biggest complaint were those really, really fake punches. But especially the fact that they put that in the trailer. I know I said that earlier at the beginning after I finished reacting, but like, this is your trailer. This is what's gonna get people to come see your movie. These are your best of your, like, you don't want to put all your best shots in there, but you want to show some of the best stuff so that it makes people go see it. And to choose a shot where it's so far off, like with his punches, and they're just so extravagantly unbelievable, is interesting to me, because it makes me wonder how the other fights are going to be. And we did see the kick afterwards, which was done much better, but the fact that they left in that first sideways shot, and while I agree it was a really cool shot, as I said earlier, it wasn't executed well. And so it makes me wonder if maybe that's how the rest of the film's going to be. There's going to be a lot of cool ideas and good shots, and cool ideas for stuff that just won't be executed well. And really, a movie always comes down to the execution. You can have the best idea in the world, super creative, best actors, but if you just don't execute and put it together properly, then it's not going to be good. So we'll see. But yeah, definitely looked like it'll probably, at the very least, it'll be a fun time, I think. Alright, so that's all I really have to say about the Bheeshma theatrical trailer. Let me know all of your guys' thoughts down below. The movie does come out fairly soon, February 21st. That's really coming up. That's this upcoming weekend. So let me know, are you guys planning on going to see the movie? Are you guys excited for it, or you're not so excited, or just let me know all of your thoughts. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to hit that like button and subscribe, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Bye!